I think it's safe to assume that I'm only going to be making videos on the weekend at this point, because I do have a normal job now, so that is something to just expect. I did get out that bundle video in the middle of last week, so maybe if something comes out, I could cover it. But as far as Test Realm, I don't think I'll be jumping on that right away if it were to like come out next week or something. But I did want to talk about the teasers that we've gotten, and these do seem to indicate that Test Realm is coming out like next week or something, because why would they release all this stuff like all at once? We've gotten a lot, and I want to go through those and kind of give you guys an idea of what this Test Realm is going to be about, what the summer update is going to include. I might not get around to actually covering the summer update like right away, but I'll get to it eventually. Will I actually do some of the new content? It depends. We'll talk about it in this video. So here we go. Let me jump over to Twitter, because that's where they reveal all these things. I'm actually gonna mute the sound effects so you don't hear the car the whole time, or the motorcycle. So anytime they use this hashtag coming soon, you kind of know that that's going to be like a Test Realm teaser type of tweet that they're doing. And this first one was the ritual of attunement has begun, and they show all the different schools. And I mean, do they include balance in this? Of course, you know balance doesn't get included, because why would it? So you get 6 of the schools, no balance, because balance isn't included in stuff like this. But we do have the spirit schools on the top and the elemental schools on the bottom. This to me looks like a new wand, and I'm guessing it is a new wand from the Lemuria raid. This has already been confirmed. There's later teasers that we'll look at that show the Lemuria raid, so we'll look at that. I'm guessing this is going to be a new piece of gear that's exclusive to this raid, and you can get this from, you know, getting the reagents that are going to be from this raid. Once you complete it, you get a certain amount of reagents, and then you can either get this as a drop, or you can redeem at the gear crafter in the guild house. You can redeem for this wand if you want. So I'm guessing this is a new kind of staff type of wand, because these symbols with the kind of the stones of each school matches up perfectly with Lemuria. If you guys are familiar with that, you have to collect these stones. So that is the first one. Next up, we actually have confirmation of the raid itself, and it's based on the heap area in Lemuria. They say in this tweet, and then there were 8. And then it has a magnifying glass and a 8-ball. So people were thinking from this tweet that it's an 8-person raid. That would change things, because previous raids were 12 people. So that would make it a bit different. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the area is smaller, so they decided to go with only 8. Maybe they felt like 12 was too many people to kind of gather together for raids, so they're trying to scale back on it. I've only done one raid ever. I've done the Polaris raid with Terra's Guild, and I mean, it was alright. It just takes a long time. It was a 12-person raid. It was okay. Would I do it again? Not really. Did I even get the gear from it? No. So I don't know. We'll see if I even do this, but this is the Lemuria raid, and we also have a quick video here. I haven't even watched this yet, so let's go ahead and watch this together, see what they're teasing from this. Okay, that was loud. I'm sorry for that. I didn't expect it to be that loud. Still loud. Wait, there is a balance stone. I saw the balance stone. It does exist. The balance stone does exist. So here's the heap. Life, death, myth, fire, ice, storm, and balance is at the end. Let me look at this. Okay, we got the portals. Yep, this is just so raid coded, it's crazy. The portals where you spawn in, and then there's going to be different objectives. There's going to be different stones. It's interesting that there's going to be 7 stones, but 8 people. I'm wondering how that's going to work out. But why does it look like there's 2 balance stones? Are these not the same color? Not sure about that. But yeah, the Ghastly Conspiracy Raid. Can you foil his plans before it's too late? And of course, it is about time, because raids are all about time. You have to like do things really quickly in order to finish it. You're on a timer, and yeah, it's going to involve these stones. I don't think there's any other places that give us an indication of what's going on here. Basically just the different pedestals. And it's also based on the heap area. We could head over there and give you guys an idea if you haven't ever seen the heap. It is a cool area, I would say. Like, the heap is one of the better areas of Lemuria. So people were like, oh, why are they adding on to Lemuria? Lemuria was definitely not people's favorite area or favorite world. So here is the heap. This is what the entire raid is based off of, this area. I will say this is one of the more interesting areas of Lemuria. It has good music too. So that is the first teaser. There's going to be a Lemuria heap raid. That is what we are getting. So I'm going to go ahead and bring back up the Twitter. Now we get the heap music in the background. Let's continue. So the next thing that we are getting in this summer update is going to be challenge mode for Aquila. And I don't know if that means it's just Mount Olympus, because they're only showing Mount Olympus, but I'm guessing it is all 3 of the Aquila dungeons. I'm hoping. Here's the first one. Does that have sound? It does not have sound. So they're showing that you can go into Mount Olympus in challenge mode. That is what this teaser is. Take on the immortals and reap the new spoils. They're saying take on the immortals. I'm trying to think, does that mean immortals of all the dungeons? Or does that only mean Mount Olympus? Because Mount Olympus, are there more than one immortal in Mount Olympus? It's just Zeus, right? It's Zeus and like Minotaurs. So if it's saying take on the immortals, it has to be more than one. It has to be more than one sigil. Did they confirm that? The next one, so that is challenge mode. The other thing that I was thinking of is when they do challenge modes for longer dungeons, they don't mean the entire dungeon is in challenge mode, right? Or is it just like one fight? Usually challenge modes are just one fight. Do you think when you switch to challenge mode, it just takes you to Zeus and it's like some Zeus fight in challenge mode? I feel like that's what it would be more than the entire Mount Olympus or the entire Atlania or even Tartarus. Tartarus is a long dungeon. I couldn't imagine them doing challenge mode for all that. So we'll see. But this is confirmed. We also have this teaser. The immortals will soon be on your side. They are hinting that we are going to get these as spells. So these spells already exist in the game, but they weren't trainable. So I'm guessing these are going to be trainable for each school. They're literally showing 7 here. So these are probably going to be new trainable spells. I'm hoping they're easy to get. I don't think they're going to be tied to the challenge mode. I would hope not. And maybe there's a new quest or something that we can do in Aquila. That would be really fun. So those are the new teasers. Not really too much. Basically just Aquila update, but it's not even really an Aquila update because they're just adding challenge mode. I'm not sure where the trainable spells are going to be added. I always hope that one day they would like add different fights or a new dungeon to this area. When I first saw that they were updating Aquila and they were teasing something new in Aquila and it was just the challenge mode, I was hoping that they were going to add like this Hydra as a fight. Imagine they remove this guy and they put a sigil here and it's fighting this Hydra. Wouldn't that be a lot more fun than challenge mode Mount Olympus? I mean, I'm fine with the challenge mode for Mount Olympus and maybe the other sigils, but I kind of want new fights. I kind of want completely new fights or something. And ever since Aquila came out, I wanted to fight this thing. It kind of reminds me of like the Pirate Hydra fight. We need that in Wiz. They need to add this sigil here. Maybe that's a secret update that's going to be in this. Probably not, but we can hope and dream. So those are the major updates coming in the summer test room. It may come out next week. They may tease more. I don't know. But once it comes out, I will be covering it probably in a stream initially. Maybe the day of. It just depends what's going on for me that day. Other things that I want to talk about at the end of this video, they also did release a Xbox preview of Wiz on console. So if you do have an Xbox, you can play that on console right now. It is ongoing. I did see that there were some bugs though, so I don't even think you can progress through Crocotopia because there's bugs. But this is just a preview. It is basically just like a test room for Xbox. And eventually they're going to release this on Switch and PlayStation as well. So the console release has started just for Xbox. Your progress will get wiped though, so keep that in mind. you can't actually play it and preserve progress. So if you don't want to, you know, lose progress, don't play it yet. I'll play it eventually. I don't have an Xbox, unfortunately, so I can't even try it. I don't have any console, I'm going to be honest. The only console I have is Switch, so I'm going to need it to come out on Switch for me to actually record it. I'm not buying an Xbox just for that. So I will get around to doing that eventually once they release it. Maybe their release window for console on all the other consoles is going to be this summer. I don't know. That'd be really cool. But that is the other news for Wiz that is going on right now. Otherwise, that is it for me, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I will be streaming tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to put out another walkthrough of Dragonspire tomorrow. We're getting really close to the end. We're going to be fighting Malister soon, so that'll be fun. So thank you guys for always hanging out. Thanks for watching these videos. I appreciate it. If you guys made it all the way through, then leave a like on it, subscribe for more Wiz videos in the future. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time.